and welcome to the new Kia Carens. No. Welcome to the new KiaClavis. Damn it. Carens Clavis. Welcome to the new Carens Clavis, and this sits above the regular Carens and is going to coexist with the other car. Now what you need to know about the car is that this new offering from Kia is going to offer you a bit more. Well, that at least what Kia tells us. But is that true? Let's find out. But before we move forward, do remember to subscribe to the AutoToday channel and press that little bell icon so that you get notified every time we go live with a new video. Now, back to the Carens Clavis. Now, the most important thing which you need to know is that the Clavis is a result of a lot of feedback, and feedback which we have given as the media and also the customers. As a result, the front end of the vehicle has been completely redesigned. So you get these new tiger light, whatever they call their new signature lighting platform, and it looks just amazing. The lights are very powerful. It starts from there, carries on all the way here, and then there are these ice cube LEDs. Now this particular face is going to be common with all the variants of the Clavis, but of course the lower variants will get halogen bulbs. Overall the silhouette will remain the same. The front end design has also been completely changed. The grille section is different and the skid plates are more prominent. And what I need to tell you is that with the Carens, we also said that Kia should give it bigger wheels. So in comes 17-inch alloys, and they look really nice, and especially with these side claddings, they fill up the wheel wells really well. So overall the car looks very well proportioned. Although the Clavis is a few millimeters longer than the Carens, it is not the wheelbase which has changed, but the original length of the vehicle. It's not much, it's about 10-15 millimeters. I'll leave it on the slug below. You can check it how longer it is than the Carens. But overall, this car looks so much better than the Carens, a lot more sportier, let me put it that way. And now we move to the rear section of the Clavis. Now the first thing which you notice, of course, is the badging. It says Carens Clavis, so basically it's hitching on to the Carens success story. Apart from that, you see this new light panel which looks very smart. It's a fully connected panel. Now let me tell you that this is a slightly lower variant than that one, and despite of that, you see the light patterns to be the same. That one has a full LED setup. This has bulbs somewhere. I think the indicators are the bulbs, but the integration is very nice. You also get these skid plates, which are the new talking point of the Clavis, and of course you get a spoiler with a third stop lamp on the top and shark fin antennas, not to forget the roof rails. So overall, the Carens and the Clavis look very different, and I'm sure that these two cars are going to make a niche for themselves individually. Now let's get inside, and we're going to tell you what you get in the top of the line and this one, which is a slightly lower variant. The whole idea of the Clavis is to provide a more premium feel to the Carens, and I think Kia has done a great job out of it. Of course, the quality of plastics have improved greatly and they look very nice on the dashboard. It's a nice deep black. It looks good. But what I really like is this treatment on the dashboard. It's a nice little felt panel which adds to the premium feel of the vehicle. Of course, you get these nice AC buttons which are used to open or direct airflow, and it's very well done. It doesn't look odd. In comes a new infotainment / instrument panel, fully digital unit. Now, a lot of people have been telling me that this comes from the Syros, but I can tell you that this is not exactly the same, because the Syros, if you see, has a control in the section between the infotainment and the instrument panel. But on the Clavis, it's not there. It's a different unit. Of course, the screens might be the same, but the functionality of it is different. You get multiple display modes, and as you change to the drive modes, the display changes, and that's a very nice thing. I would also add that Kia has done something really clever on this car. Now generally on this panel, it's again a digital panel, touch, everything. Now instead of having one set of controls here, they've added a little button out here where you can change the display from using the climate control system the other functionalities of the vehicle. So this is clever use of electronics, and I really like the fact that they've done this. Apart from that, of course, get a wireless charging pad. The front seats are cooled. Drive mode button sits here. It's a very nice and clever place to put on these buttons because it's very easily falling into hand. Even while driving, I could change it, no problem. Muscle memory does the job. This is the automatic, the 7-speed DCT, and that's why you have the automatic gear lever out here. Storage space is something which Kia has given in hordes. I mean, of course, there's the charging pad there. You've got sections here, you've got section here, you've got door pockets, you've got little places like that. And overall, I am very happy to tell you that the Clavis is surely a good upgrade. And also these seats, by the way, I mean, they are very comfortable. Of course, they are ventilated and gives you supreme comfort when you're driving this car. I also like this new D-cut steering wheel, as they call it. But in case you have a driving position which requires this steering wheel to be positioned slightly lower, this section cuts into the instrument panel a bit. But that's not a deal breaker. It's all about being comfortable. As far as that is concerned, Kia has added electrical adjustability to the driver's seat, and that's a great thing. Of course, the height adjustability is still manual, but you can press a button and go forward, go back, or adjust the backrest of the seat. This particular seat is a full manual seat, but it has a party trick which I shall show you when I step at the back. Now, we are back in the top of the line Clavis, and that means you get captain seats at the back which are really comfortable. But coming back to the cabin treatment of the Clavis, I must say that this car should be really comfortable on longer drives, on those family outings, on those weekends. It should be absolutely brilliant. The first major difference which I can see by sitting at the back is this panoramic sunroof, which I will show you in a bit. The other car doesn't have. It gives a nice airy feeling inside the cabin. But what I need to talk about is the clever bits. Now, you can see the seat. Now, of course, what you can do is you can adjust the seat from here. It's a manual service, but you can do that. And then if you look at the seat back, it's been well utilized. Now, you've got a pocket out here where I can put in my phone like so. It's nicely positioned. It's not going to fly off in case you're taking a turn or something like that. Of course, you get a picnic table, which is kind of my favorite. You can adjust it. Max weight it will take is about 3 kgs. And it's got a cup holder here as well, and it's got a slot out here for your iPad or your mobile phone. So if you're on the go and want to watch a movie, you can place it here. So it's a nice thing. Again, a door pocket out here, more space here, the AC controls here, and this great big thing is the air purification system, which I think is a solid thing to have in cars these days. You also get blinds here and nice little AC vents on the top. So the airflow is very nice, it cools very well, and right now I'm sitting in, it's nice and sunny, and the air is blowing right where I want it to. This being the 6-seater, getting in the back seat is very easy, and that is because of the tumble function on this seat. And as far as the space is concerned at the back, well, 2 people can sit in reasonable comfort on this car. And the good thing is that despite using all 3 rows, there is a bit of luggage space left. So overall, I think the Carens Clavis makes a solid case for itself, and this is the variant. These are the seats which I would want in my car. But if you're looking for the bench seat, come, let's have a look at that and let's see what that offers. Now, many of you like the bench seat more than the captain seat variant, and for you guys, Kia also has this option. Now, as you can see, I have the armrest down, but if I push it up, it becomes a 3-seater out here. Although 3 is a squeeze out here, but I will say that it works. I mean, you can have a third person here with ease. As far as features are concerned, this is the lower variant. So as a result, you don't get the panoramic sunroof, and in place comes these repositioned AC vents which are in the middle rather than the side as you saw in the top of the line variant. You of course get the same seat back, you get the same picnic table, but you don't get that boss mode which you get in that one, in the other car. This being the lower variant also means that you don't get ADAS in this car, and as a result, what Kia have done is given you an external dash cam Now the dash cam is both for front and inside the car, and you can access the data and download it simultaneously. So in case you need to access that, you can do it on your mobile phone. You also don't get the drive modes out here, you don't get ventilated seats up front, and this front seat is also manual. But please bear in mind that this is the lower variant, and that's why it doesn't get these features. Overall, the look and feel of the car remains the same. The felt dashboard and all those features remain. So overall, this is also a good option to have if you want a bench seat. Now let's get on to the driving part of it. With us today is the diesel and the petrol variants. So let's start with the petrol first, because that's something which interests a lot of people these days. So this one comes with the turbocharged petrol engine and the 7-speed dual clutch automatic transmission. Now let me start by saying that the car feels extremely smooth in eco mode. Well, this one has driving modes. So in eco mode, the car feels very nice, plush, planted, all those things. You barely get to hear the engine, the gear shifts up smoothly, and overall the feel is very nice. Cruising ability at eco or normal modes are also commendable, and this car can sit at 100 kph without any worry, actually more. But looking at the speed limits, we abide by the speed limits, and we abided by that, and that means that this car is really good at 100-120 kilometers an hour. But the party piece of this particular variant is the fact that it gets a sport mode, and when you put it onto sport mode, the revs help you drive faster. By that I mean that when you are in a gear, you can use these paddle shifters and you select third, the revs will hold on. The gears will not upshift automatically until you get to the near red line, which is about 7.5 RPM. So overall, this car feels very sporty. Acceleration is very brisk in sport mode, and I really enjoyed driving this car fast. Moving on to the suspension part of it. At lower speeds, the Clavis suspension feels very nice and offers a good ride quality. So on those long drives, passengers, be it up front or at the back, will remain comfortable. But as the speed rides, the Clavis suspension doesn't play ball as much as it does at the lower speeds. So handling and all those things, I mean, of course it's an MPV, it's not going to take corners for you. Well, it will take corners for you, but if you have that sporty bent of mind, have a little bit of consideration, because this car is not built for corner carving. Steering is also slightly heavier than the Carens and offers more feedback, and this in turn is a commendable act. So overall, if you're looking for this particular Clavis, I think you should have no doubts in your mind